Hi everyone! We are going to make these adorable little gnomes with the bee theme. I'm just missing the nose. I still have to go shopping for that, but I'm going to show you how to make it so far. So first of all, you're going to need a sock. I use this nice black sock, and what we're going to do is fill it with rice. So if you have received one of my kits, then you got some rice like this. The easiest way to do this, I think, is to snip this bottom corner off and then hold your sock up and carefully pour it in. You're gonna pour all of it in there. So if it falls or fills up, then you'll just want to keep doing this until you make some more room. And now we have a full sock of rice. So now you're just gonna wanna kind of stomp it down. Keep doing that until it's the desired size that you would like. And then you're just going to take right here and tie this in a knot. Oops. Oops, you wanna tie it in a knot before you cut it. And then you can choose to cut it or not. I had cut it here just so that I could use this to make the arms. So I'll do the same with this. But you do not need to, because if you got my kit, then this can help kind of shape your hat, that extra. So totally up to you. Now, I have these all pre-made, the little hats, but I'm gonna show you how to make them. So I just take some fabric and I fold it in half. I just kind of guess on how tall I want the hat. Give yourself some extra space. And actually what you want to do is you want to make sure the right sides are folded together. And I don't sew any of this. I just use the hot glue gun, and I've already burnt my finger. Don't do that. So I just cut this into a triangle, and you can do like a straight triangle, or you can give it some curve at the top and kind of come in a little bit so it has, you know, some shape to it. Now this is the tricky part. It's not tricky, it's very easy, but if you have a really hot glue gun, then you could burn yourself. So I am going to pick up the camera here and show you what to do. You will just want to peel the edge and glue and then stick it, and just keep picking up the edge. Or if it's really hot, you can glue the whole edge and then pat it down. If your glue gun is not super hot, then you'll want to do a little bit at a time. So I have this part glued down. You'll want to do the other side, but make sure you don't do this side. You can fold these up. You can glue them folded up like that, so you have a nice little edge here. Oh, let's see, one I didn't do it on. I didn't do it on this one. You can't really tell. Now we have it glued. We're going to pull it inside out. Sometimes you won't completely glue it all the way. You'll see a little hole. You can just go back in and re-glue it. I will take my scissors. You don't want anything too sharp, but something pokey. And the end is pretty small, so you'll want to kind of poke it up through. Gently, slowly. Just keep going. I think that is good enough. Okay, so now you have your cute little hat. You didn't have to sew it. You can sew it if you like to sew. That might be better, but I didn't really want to dig it out. Okay, so now this hat might be a little small for this guy. Do I have another one made? No, I don't. We can just make it work. You can make him taller if you feel like it's too small. So his body, the bottom of his body is bigger, and then you just kind of make this part skinnier. And then you'll just want to tack the sides where the seam is down. That's what I do. Now, I bought some fur from the store. It's all over the place, so you might need a lint lifter. What you'll want to do is take this fur and move it. I've learned this the hard way. You want to move it over before you cut it. And then that way it won't have this crazy chopped edge. All right, so I got that. And you will want to do this over the garbage and just kind of cut it at that beard angle. You can leave it straight if you prefer. Okay, so see that edge, but the hair comes over. If you don't move that fur, it's just going to be a chopped edge, a straight chopped edge. And then this end here, it looks pretty straight, so we are going to fix that up a little bit. Oops. I might have done it. Okay, so see, I messed up, but it's not too late. We can save it. I am going to put this over. There, maybe. Okay, so it's fun because you can just kind of fluff it up. All right, and now, let's see if we can straighten you up here. You're gonna put this at the top of the hat, or at the bottom of the hat, and you're just gonna tack these sides for now, because we need to get those little wooden noses and put that in here, and then tighten everything up. See, he's cute. Just need that nose. We need some arms. A lot of gnomes don't get arms, but this one is, because he's got to hold this cute little honey stick. And then I ordered all of these online on Amazon, even the hat, or the fabric for the hat. So you're just gonna glue this on here. I like mine sideways a little bit, but you can do it however you want, even on top. Again, do not burn yourself. That is no fun. So now for the arms. This part can be a little annoying. So I take this leftover piece of the sock, and I'm going to take a piece. You just kind of visualize how big do you want your arm. You fold it in half and then cut a little bit bigger because you're gluing it and you're gonna flip it inside out. So you need a little bit of extra room, but not too much. And then think about how long you want it. Make it a little bit longer because we want to make these sides. We're gonna fold them in to make them a little bit neater. I have to plug my glue gun in. It gets too hot, so I have to keep unplugging it or I get boo-boos. All right, so this is the same thing. You're gonna wanna flip it so the right side is facing you, right side out. So we're going to glue our arm. Let's just see how messy that is from all this fur. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to fold this in half. I gotta put the camera down. And then we're going to flip it inside. See, it's glued and it's tiny, so this might be hard to flip inside out. You wanna make sure the glue is completely dry. But it is elastic, so we should be able to do it. And this is another thing. You can actually take this or your scissors if you get stuck in there to help push it through. Or what I've done on some of these is I just folded the sides in to meet, and then that seam can be on the inside. It's a lot easier that way. Or you can, I thought of even a pipe cleaner, but I didn't know if I would like the way that looks. If you can think of anything else besides doing all this, then let me know and have at her. Okay, so see, that's not super fancy, but that's gonna be the inside, so it doesn't really matter. But we do wanna take these ends and fold them in and glue them. That's another place where you can burn your fingers, so be careful. Burning your fingers with the glue gun is the worst because it gets so hot and then the glue sticks to your fingers. So it's double trouble. And again, these don't need to be perfect either. This, if I was using this part as the hand, I would glue that down a little bit more, but it's gonna be the arm where it connects to the body, so I'm not gonna worry about it. This side, I will make sure it's tucked in nice. Sometimes it's easier if you get it folded up first before you glue. Then you just want to hold it until it dries. All right, now where's my body? There he is. Okay, so we've got him, and now we're going to make sure you see this is a little neater. So that's your little hand. And so I'm gonna take this other end, figure out where you want it. I'm gonna put mine right here, I think. Yeah. And just put a dab of glue there. Ended up a little bit higher, but that's okay. Hold it, and then you'll want to bend his arm. It's kind of hard to see with the black, but bend his arm, and I put mine on the beard a little bit. You'll want to glue on his hand though. Make sure his arm is bent so he has an elbow. And then I'm gonna put this little guy in here. So he's holding that cute honey stick. I will put a dab right here, not all the way at the end, but almost. And just get it like that. And then I put a little dab in between his arm and the stick where I want it to lay. And then you just give him one more arm, put his nose in. You can get a little wooden ball to put in here, or I've seen where they make the gnomes out of the pantyhose, and then they just twist it. So you could even do that with the sock if you wanted him to have a black nose, or you can do it with a wooden ball or a pom-pom, anything that you want. Have a good time. So I went ahead and purchased these round wooden balls. They're 1 inch. You can get whatever size you'd like. And I've glued them on here. So now what I'm gonna do is just work on kind of getting this tightened up and glued so that you can't see the space. And then you are done. It's super cute. This one still needs to be fixed, but they're adorable.